Another Brick fan here with a look at the Harry Potter themed 2019 sets. Let's take a look. In 2019, there were 8 sets released in Harry Potter in basically 3 waves. The first sets came out in June 2019, then a couple more sets in August 2019, and then the Advent calendar came out in September of 2018. So these sets included Expecto Patronum, which is right here, the smallest of the sets. The Hungarian Horntail Triwizard Challenge, right here. Hagrid's Hut, Buckbeak's Rescue, is right there. The Clock Tower, as you can see right here, which is the biggest set and came with the most minifigures. The Night Bus, over here. And then Hogwarts Carriage Arrival at Hogwarts, back here. And here is the Rise of Voldemort, which is that graveyard scene from the 4th movie. And then finally the Harry Potter Advent Calendar, which is the first time they've done an Advent Calendar on the Harry Potter theme. We're going to take a look at each of these sets individually, with the exception of the Advent Calendar, and I'll take a look at that in a separate video. This is set 75945. This is Expecto Patronum, one of the smallest sets in the series. As we move around the set, you see that there are 4 minifigures, which include 2 Dementors, as well as Harry Potter and Sirius Black. The trees are done quite well. I like how they are built, but obviously they have a camera-friendly side. As you can see as we move around, that the backs of them show some Technic pins and a bunch of anti-studs, so they're definitely designed not as 3D images really. They're kind of a flat facade, which is just fine. I think my favorite part of this set is the new Patronus piece there, which is of course a stag done in the trans blue, and then there's glitter built into the or mixed in with the plastic, which makes it look really nice. I think it captures the scene extremely well. And you see Sirius here with the Dementors surrounding him, and then Harry's across the lake casting the Patronus charm. There is an action feature in the sense that there is a stud shooter that launches the satellite dish there that is also done in the trans blue with the glitter. This is set 75946, the Hungarian Horntail Triwizard Challenge. Comes with 4 minifigures, which are the 4 contestants in the Triwizard Challenge. So that includes Harry Potter, Cedric Diggory, Victor Crumb, and Fleur Delacour. And of course, they are to retrieve the golden egg from the dragon, in this case, the Hungarian Horntail. I like this version of the Horntail. I think it's done quite nicely. I especially like the detailing on the head. The tail is very nice, and there's lots of horns all over the dragon, which is really good. The little tent that they have included with this set is small, of course, but it does open up to give it some play feature. And then I like how they included the 3 stickers from the 3 schools that are participating in the Triwizard Challenge. I think that added some nice detail inside of the hut. The hut is also laid out pretty well with a dresser and a table, and then a bed for the contestants to rest as they wait between each contestant. So I think pretty accurate to the movie. Overall, a pretty nice update to the original Horntail set. This is set 75947, Hagrid's Hut, Buckbeak's Rescue. I like all the minifigures that come with this. Of course, you get Harry, Ron, and Hermione, who actually did the rescuing. It's really actually Harry and Hermione that did the rescuing. This is a new updated version of Hagrid that I like very much. And then of course you have the Executioner and the Minister of Magic. I like this new Buckbeak piece. I think the printing on the head is very nice. The wings fit in very well, and I certainly like the pumpkin patch that you see moving by here. The interior of Hagrid's hut is done really well. I like how they included a little desk over here in the corner, and they used a printed tile as a news article here for Hagrid's hut. And then inside you can see all of the various kitchen implements hanging up there, a nice chair for Hagrid, and of course his tea kettle. There is a light brick inside of the fireplace which lights up the dragon egg in there, so it actually has some elements from several of the movies. The outside is done very nicely. You can see a nice sticker here on the side of that panel piece that gives some texturing to the outside of the hut, and then there is texturing done with bricks here along the side. Both of the doors have stickers on them to give that nice wood tone. And then of course some of those olive pieces are used to show some ivy growing along the hut. So overall a nice representation of Hagrid's hut, although a little different than the more clamshell types that we had in the past. This is set number 75948. This is the clock tower. My apologies for it being a little bit out of frame, but you get a look at all of the different details. You see the nice clock, the clock piece in the front, which is printed, the nice entryway, and then I like how they use the dark red and black for the windows, and then you see the other pieces there on the make up the sides of the tower itself. You see there are some Technic pins there on the side, which allows this to be connected to the other Hogwarts pieces or modular pieces that they've developed starting last year. Lots of good detailing inside, including the Gryffindor dormitory. Looks like Mad-Eye Moody's office, an entryway, and then of course Dumbledore's office and the prefect bathroom. Down here you see the dance floor that is used. It's an action feature where you can put the figures on there and they'll rotate. Each of the little pieces here rotate independently, which gives you the nice dance motion. There's a nice Christmas tree element here, as well as a couple of tables that are part of the Yule Ball. And then there are 8 very good minifigures, including Fleur de la Cour, Hermione Granger, Victor Crumb, Ron Weasley, Harry Potter, Cedric Diggory, Madame Maxime, and of course Dumbledore. A really nice set, and the biggest set in this wave of Harry Potter, and I think executed quite nicely. This is set 75957, the Night Bus. This set comes with only 3 minifigures, Harry Potter, Ernie, and Stan Shunpike. It's a very well-constructed set, although narrow. There are some new glass pieces, so these new windows are actually 3 by 3, 1 by 3 by 3, so they are a different size. There are many of them, obviously, here on the bus. There's a nice feature where this entire side of the bus opens up so that you can get inside of the bus. You see the chandelier in there, and then of course the bed. I like the front of this bus. I think it was done very well with the nice sticker there that represents the grill and the license plate. If you look closely, you can see the shrunken head there in the front. So again, a very good update to the various other versions of the night bus that have been done over the years. And of course the color scheme is spot on with the bright purple colors. This is set 75958. This is Beauxbaton's Carriage Arrival at Hogwarts. As you can see, it comes with Hagrid, Madame Maxime, and the Delacour sisters. The winged horses on the front are very nicely done. They don't mount to the carriage very well, or not harness to the carriage very well, in my opinion. It's kind of a big ugly connector piece, and then they're not spread out enough that they could actually flap their wings. The carriage itself, I think, is very well detailed. A lot of this pearl gold combined with the dark tan and then the blue color scheme. Many stickers that you can see here on the side that give these gold leaf accents. So the colors all fit together really, really well and make for a nice display model. It does open up as well, to become kind of a living quarters. So again, playing on that theme of the magic where the outside does not necessarily reflect how large it is on the inside. It's pretty good build, and a lot of nice little building techniques in here to get these nice little angles on the carriage itself. And I think the minifigures are quite appropriate for this set. The other thing that I like, if you see Hagrid coming back around here, is the fact that he's in his dress robes. So he can easily be this figure, or this version of Hagrid is going to be very easily translated or moved over to the clock tower scene where he can be part of the Yule Ball. This is set number 75965, The Rise of Voldemort. And this is the graveyard scene from the end of Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. I like how you can position Harry there above the cauldron that has the different components that will bring Voldemort back to life, which is the blood of the enemy, hand of the servant, bone of the father, and then of course the little infant or small version of Voldemort of what he's become. There's a lot of great detailing around the scene with a couple of tombstones, obviously a lot of overgrown vegetation. The graveyard is not very well maintained. There is a nice model of the Triwizard Cup, as you can see here, that comes with the set. I like the inclusion of the Death Eater, of course, and then you've got to have Wormtail or Peter Pettigrew in there as well. I think there was kind of a glaring omission in not having Cedric Diggory in this set, although by this point he'd been killed by Voldemort, so perhaps that's why they decided to leave him out, or perhaps they just were trying to keep the price of this set down a little lower. This is actually one of my favorite sets from this series. It really does pack a lot into a small set, and I think overall it looks really, really good. So that's all of the sets. Let's move back and I'll give you my final thoughts. Overall, I like the 2019 Harry Potter sets. I think they did an excellent job updating some of these and also gave us a couple of new sets. So the Expecto Patronum set, although a very small set, is very nice. I like the Patronus that came with that in that new trans blue with the glitter. I think that looks really, really good. Hagrid's hut, I would have liked it to be more like the other ones, either angled a little bit so that you had a true back door, or perhaps one of a little bit larger and then more of a clamshell type where it would close down to make the hut and then open up for play. The Beauxbaton carriage is actually done in a very nice color scheme. Lots of stickers, but it looks really good. That's a new set that was released for 2019. And then the graveyard set is a really nice set, although a lot smaller than the set that was originally released depicting this scene. I hope you've enjoyed my thoughts on all of these sets, and I'm going to get started on another video. Until then, happy building. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. And if you enjoy my content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And you can also click on some of the other content I have up here on the screen.